Oh, man. Hey, Patrick Kelley, distinguished architect, here at Zoom. Hi, how are you? I am not a spokesman for Zoom. I am not a figurehead for Zoom at all. I just like to talk about cool technology. And a lot of times that has to do with Zoom. Not every time, but most of the time it does. Hey, how's it going? I have a 3 o'clock meeting. I better crank this video out. So no more chit chat. Let's get down to it. Today, I want to show you 5 cool tips and tricks that you probably didn't know was inside of the Zoom client. I honestly don't use these every day, but when I do show them to people, they're like, oh my gosh, that's super cool. Number one tip and trick that I that I use. Look at this. On our home screen, we have all these easy buttons, right? Start a meeting, schedule a meeting. Those are share a screen, all that stuff, join a meeting. By default, there's a little picture here of like some plants, I think, or something like that. There's some plants. I wanted something with a little bit more pizzazz. I wanted something with a little bit more, message. So I'm a tattooed nerd. I wanted to showcase I'm a tattooed nerd. How do I change this, Patrick? You're like, wow, that's super cool. How'd you do it, Patrick? Right here. Go to the top right-hand corner of that, and you'll be able to change your default picture from what it's obviously the default one, that's a little plant thing, to whatever you want. Your favorite football team, favorite Marvel movie. I don't care. Whatever you want. The world's your oyster. I don't know. What does that even mean? My grandpa used to say that. Number 2, whiteboard. Did you even know there was a whiteboard? That's not the tip or trick. I know. Of course you knew there was a Zoom whiteboard. It says so right here. All right, on the top part of the Zoom whiteboard. What's cool about Zoom whiteboard is this. You know, the hardest part of creating a whiteboard is coming up with the idea sometimes, or just starting to draw the basic structure of a whiteboard. Sometimes that's laborious and takes a little bit more time than you really want to do. What if we had templates? Boom. Zoom has templates. Literally, Zoom has whiteboarding templates to save you a ton of time. Remember, Zoom is all about frictionless collaboration. This is one of those things that's going to save you a ton of time. What if I wanted to create a bullseye or whiteboard? What if I wanted to create a Venn diagram whiteboard? Guess what? I can literally click on it and use this template to create a new Venn diagram whiteboard, and I don't have to create all the Venn diagram from scratch. Zoom does it for me. I probably save myself like 10 minutes right here. And then I could use these sticky notes and write on them and move them around. I want to move them from category 1 to 2 to the middle. So whatever you want. I don't care. You've literally just created a Venn diagram whiteboard like that. Super cool. Now, what if you wanted to share that whiteboard? What if you wanted to share that whiteboard with people inside your organization? Type in their name. That's fine. Type in their channel. That's fine. What if you wanted to create a whiteboard and share it within a channel? Do it right here. You can go share here too. There's multiple ways to do it. I could share with a person. I could share with a team. I could share. Oh gosh, I better get to that meeting. I want to share with a channel. I could literally just type in anything I want right here, and it's going to pop up. I can share that Venn diagram or that Zoom whiteboard with internal collaboration, with internal colleagues, internal teams and channels. What if I wanted to share that whiteboard with external people? I can just type in their email address. It'll send it externally. I can actually control what level of permissions they have on the whiteboard. I can control it by what domain I'm at. I can literally have it restricted so they can be a viewer or editor. I can literally click on anyone so anyone can view or edit that diagram. You pick. Do whatever you want. What if I wanted to share it with somebody, I don't know, in another UCaaS application if you really had the need to use something besides Zoom? I mean, I know it's a gas, but people use other things besides Zoom. I know. I do. I fully do. What if you use Teams? What if you use Microsoft Teams and you want to share a Zoom whiteboard in Microsoft Teams? How would you do it? Just share it like you do anything else in Teams. Literally, watch this. I already have one already shared. Watch this. I'm going to copy and paste what I just created. Look at that. Inside of Microsoft Teams, I have a preview of the Zoom whiteboard. What this allows me to do, obviously, is quickly see that there's a Zoom whiteboard, bullseye. What if I wanted to open that whiteboard? I'm going to open a Zoom whiteboard inside of Teams. What, Patrick? Boom. It's right there. I've actually already opened it to save some time. I can now collaborate on a Zoom whiteboard from Microsoft Teams. I launched it right from Microsoft Teams. Like, how cool is that? Okay, that's tip number 3. Tip number 4. Tip number 4 is probably not in Teams. Tip number 4. What if you have dual monitors? What if you have 2 monitors and you wanted to maybe create an atmosphere of your Zoom meeting where all your participants and attendees on video were on one screen and your collaboration and your screen sharing was on another screen? How would I do that, Patrick? Go to settings. Go to settings right here. Open up settings, and right from settings, right from general, use dual monitors. Now, what that allows me to do, obviously, is show participants on one side of my screen, show my collaboration and content on another screen. That way I can take advantage of all the real estate on my screen. That's tip number 4. Tip number 5, I'm going to be 2 minutes late this meeting. What if I wanted to schedule a meeting with somebody and I didn't know what time zone they were in? I'm global as an architect here at Zoom. I talk to people from APAC to EMEA to the US. Even within the US, there's 4 different time zones. I don't know what time zone people are in. I don't know when to schedule the meetings. What if Zoom could tell you? What if I could hover over somebody's picture in Zoom chat, and then right there, I can see that person is remote where they're located, but I can see that person's located in South Carolina. I can see that locally their time, 3 o'clock p.m. I am 2 minutes late for my meeting. Those are 5 cool tips and tricks within the Zoom client. Hope you enjoyed them. Talk to you later.